Hello everyone! You might have seen images like this often. Today, I'm going to reveal the technique of how to do it. Let's take a look. First, set the fill to black and no stroke. And I use a rectangle to draw the background. Use the mesh tool. Click on the top edge of the artboard and then apply the color. I'm using purple. You can see that the light shines from the top and gradually fades away. Lock the layer and add a new layer. Use the ellipse tool to draw one circle. Then, use the rectangle tool to draw a horizontal rectangle that extends past the edges of the circle, like this. Copy the rectangle upwards. This is done by holding down Alt. Adjust the top rectangle to be thicker. Next, select both rectangles and go to the menu, Object, Blend, Make. Double-click the Blend tool. Choose Specified Steps and use about 13 steps or as many as you prefer. After that, convert the blended object by going to the menu, Object, Expand, and click OK. Hold down Shift and click to select the circles. Then go to Pathfinder. Select -front. The circles will be cut out by the rectangles, creating the pattern you see. Next, I'll use the black and white gradient in the swatches panel, and I'll change the colors later. Replace the white with magenta and the black with cyan. You can drag from the swatches right onto the color stops. Press the G key on the keyboard, and I'll drag from top to bottom. All pieces will use the same gradient, and the color will flow continuously. The result will look like this. Lock the layer and add a new layer, naming it Grid. Use the rectangular grid tool. Click and drag until you get the desired size, but don't release the mouse button yet. Keep the mouse button held down. Pressing the left-right arrow keys increases the number of columns. Pressing the up/down arrow keys decreases the number of rows horizontal lines. Then, press the E key on the keyboard to open the free Transform Tool panel. Click the Perspective Distort option. Then click and drag one of the bottom corner handles to widen the base. Next, set the stroke color to white. If the lines are too thin, increase the stroke weight. Then, go to the Transparency panel and apply the Overlay Blending mode. You should get a result like this. Lock the layer and add a new layer, naming it Light. Draw a rectangle, similar to this, making its width equal to the artboard. Apply a black and white gradient and adjust the gradient as I do. The white should be in the center. The black should be on both the left and right sides. Go to the Transparency panel and change the blending mode to Color Dodge. You will see a result that looks like a horizontal laser light. Next, draw a black oval. Then use the Mesh tool, click the center point, and apply white color there. Set its blending mode to Color Dodge as well. If it looks too bright, use the Direct Selection tool to click the center point and apply a light gray color. If that's not enough, use progressively darker shades of gray. Then, drag this mesh point outward. The light from this spot will curve, as you can see. Lock the current layer and add a new layer, naming it Mountain. I'll use the Rectangle tool to draw a rectangle and apply a color. Then, click and hold the pen tool icon to select the Add Anchor Point tool. Click on the top edge of the rectangle. This will create an anchor point like this. Use the Direct Selection tool. Click on the new point and drag it upward. Yes, we are going to shape it into a mountain. Okay, once you are satisfied with the shape, press Ctrl+C, copy, and then Ctrl+F, paste in front, to place a copy directly in front of the original object. I'm showing the layers here for clarity. I'll adjust this copy to be shorter and apply an even darker color. I'll create one more piece, a third layer, and apply an even darker color to it. I might also use the Reflect tool to flip one piece to the opposite side and adjust the anchor points to make them look different from each other. I think this color looks a bit strange. I'm going to change the color to match the sky tone. I'll use the eyedropper tool to sample the color from a specific spot on the sky. I'll unlock the light layer, click and hold the layer, and drag it up to place it above the mountain layer. Use the Direct Selection tool to click on the top point of the mesh and drag it upward. You will see light shining out from behind the mountain itself. This will make the mountain look more dimensional. Add a new layer. Name it Sky. Draw a horizontal rectangle and apply a black and white gradient. Press G once to show the gradient annotator. Drag the gradient from top to bottom. Adjust it so the white area is only a small portion, like this. Then, set the blending mode to color dodge in the transparency panel. I will use blue color. You can drag it to replace the white color stop. Then copy duplicate it 3 times to get 3 pieces. Select all 3 pieces, right-click, and choose Group. Go to the menu object, Envelope Distort, Make with Mesh. I'll set the values to 3 rows and 3 columns. Use the Direct Selection tool to click on the mesh points and drag them upward. The result will look like this. If you want to convert it back to a normal shape, go to the menu object, Expand. Now, unlock the grid layer and select it. Go to the Rectangle tool and draw a rectangle that fills the entire artboard. Hold down Shift and select the grid lines as well. Right-click and choose Make Clipping Mask. The excess parts of the grid lines will be hidden. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so we can meet every time. See you in the next video.